I ultimately had my own bridesmaid thrown out of my wedding by security, and it all started with a simple color, forest green. My wedding took place on a crisp Saturday, December 31st. We live in a country that gets a fair amount of snow, so I'd always dreamed of a winter-themed wedding, and that's exactly what we planned. The color scheme was elegant and festive, forest green and gold. My maid of honor, Olivia, was to wear a black gown, while the other bridesmaids would be in forest green, and everyone would have gold accessories. When I asked my friend, we'll call her Jenna, to be a bridesmaid, she initially seemed happy, but that changed the moment we went dress shopping. As soon as I mentioned the forest green color theme, her face soured. She immediately said she thought it was a bad choice, claiming it wasn't a flattering color and that I should pick something more girly, like a pink, blue, or even red. I politely told her no, explaining that the deep green was perfect for the winter theme I wanted. When she found out Olivia's dress was black, she asked if she could wear black too. Again, I had to say no, explaining that only my maid of honor would be in black. I thought that was the end of it, especially since I was paying for all the dresses myself. On the wedding day, things started to go off the rails. Everyone was in the bridal suite getting hair and makeup done when Jenna showed up a full 30 minutes late. She was carrying a dress bag, and when I asked what it was for, she gave me a breezy smile. She claimed it was just a backup dress for the reception, in case she got uncomfortable and wanted to change after all the pictures were done. I was a little preoccupied, so I just said, okay, cool, and didn't think twice. At that moment, Jenna made a calculated decision to deceive me, completely unaware that this lie was the first step toward her own humiliating exit. Later, with the ceremony just 30 minutes away, we were all dressed and heading downstairs for pre-ceremony photos. I was busy taking pictures with my parents when my MOH, Olivia, rushed over to me, a worried look on her face. She told me to look at the top of the stairs. Jenna was the last person to come down, and she was wearing a long, stark black dress. I felt a surge of disbelief and anger. I walked over and confronted her, asking her what was going on. She just shrugged, not even making eye contact. I hate my bridesmaid dress, she said flatly. The color is ugly and makes me look gross, so I'm wearing black. This move revealed Jenna's greatest flaw, her overwhelming self-centeredness, believing her personal fashion sense was more important than my wedding day. It was this arrogance that ultimately sealed her fate. I told her, my voice shaking slightly, to please go back upstairs and change into the dress I bought for her. She refused and tried to walk away from me. I stood my ground. I am going to ask you one more time, I said, my patience gone. Change into the green dress, or I'm calling security to have you kicked out. That's when she snapped. She started yelling at me to fuck off. So, I called security and asked them to escort her out. She made a massive scene, screaming about how I was a bitch and a horrible, inconsiderate friend who couldn't force her to wear anything. As some people later commented, being in a wedding is like playing a part in a show. You are cast as a bridesmaid, so you wear the costume the director picks out. You don't get to show up on opening night and announce you're wearing a different costume because you didn't like the director's choice. If she truly couldn't stand the color, the right thing to do would have been to politely back out of the wedding party and simply attend as a guest. The rest of the wedding went on, and it was truly amazing. But afterward, the drama continued. Jenna blew up my phone with nasty texts, demanding I pay her back for the black dress she bought, calling it a waste since she didn't get to wear it. I had to block her number. A few of my other bridesmaids even said I was harsh for kicking her out and embarrassing her. They suggested I should give her the money back, but I refuse. She didn't just refuse to wear the dress. She tried to manipulate me at the last second, hoping I wouldn't make a scene. If anything, as another person pointed out, she owes me money for the expensive forest green dress that she refused to wear. Ultimately, a wedding day is about the couple getting married. A bridesmaid's role is to support the bride, not hijack the event with their own personal taste, especially when the bride was kind enough to pay for everything. So, what do you think? Did I do the right thing by having her removed? Or should I have just let it go to keep the peace?